This is the Canyon Grizl. When it comes to cycling brands, Canyon has quickly qualified itself as a true contender. Against all odds, the consumer direct brand has reshaped the cycling market, leading the charge with value, performance, and legitimacy. Since they entered the US market in 2017, all of the major brands have been looking to see if the German brand could maintain their momentum in a market known for being tough to enter. While Canyon is not new to the gravel market, we have to admit the biplane bars found on their Grizl model left us less than impressed. So when we got the notice that Grizl would sport a traditional bar, we were already excited. This comes after a bit of a mishap with their new air road bars that we found issue with before the bike even hit the market. The Grizl is sort of a monster gravel bike that leaves room for huge 50mm tires and plenty of mounting points for adventures of all types. This is a solid addition to the Canyon lineup since the Grail is targeting the race-oriented crowd. Most of the Grizl line is their SL mid-carbon level, and currently they only offer one model with the higher tier SLX layout. Our size small Grizl has a wheelbase of 103.6 centimeters and a chainstay length of 43.5 centimeters. The chainstays are asymmetric with the drive side dropped. To make room for the large tire up front is an axle to crown of 41.5 centimeters, but this is matched to a short 11.8 centimeter head tube at 71 degrees. There is a frame reach of 39.7 centimeters and a stack of 55.6 centimeters. The frame is dropper, post, and suspension fork compatible, if you're into that sort of thing. The frame uses a PF86 bottom bracket standard that in our opinion is better than a BB30 type. On paper, our $3,000 build is a solid offering for the price. Shimano GRX RX810 offers mechanical shifting paired with hydraulic flat mount brakes. Up front is a 2x crank with 4831 rings, but our size small has 170 crank arms. In the rear is a Shimano Ultegra HG800 1134 cassette for a good spread for a wide range of terrain. A set of DT Swiss G1800 spline wheels are wrapped with Maxxis Rambler 45mm tires. A WTB Volt saddle with steel rails tops the innovative and flexy Canyon VCLS 2.0 carbon seat post that offers both 13mm and 25mm of setback. The bars and stem are also supplied by Canyon, but in the form of an alloy ergo bar with 70mm of reach and an alloy 70mm stem. To be honest, we used the Canyon website to choose the bike size for our 5'10" test riders, and suggested a size small Grizl. That didn't seem off because we normally get a size small from Canyon. The weird part this time is that they spec'd it with 170 cranks and a 70mm stem. The bar reach isn't long at only 70mm, so the whole setup felt cramped, and the saddle a bit higher than normal. After only a few miles, the cranks didn't bother us, but the stem was for sure too short, and we opted for a longer 100mm, but a 90mm would have done fine too. Canyon suggests this bike for riders from 5'8" to just over 5'10". On the road, the 45mm tires did much more than we expected. Even with only 32 psi, we easily kept up with most other riders on skinny tires. Sure, in the fast group rides, the tires were not ideal, but when they are in their element, you can't go wrong. As soon as you detour off the paved roads onto the dusty back roads, the bike comes alive. The large tires eat up imperfections and mute bad line choices. The ultra flexy Canyon seat post also added another layer of compliance when in the rough stuff. The bike's geometry is a great balance of long overall but short in the rear end. This left it feeling nimble in tight trails or technical climbs that were steep and rough. When the speed turns up and you point it downhill, the longer 103.6 centimeter wheelbase kept things in control and feeling confident. The longer axle to crown is offset by the shorter head tube for a bike that still feels neutral over the front end and not high like many other adventure-oriented bikes do. The DT Swiss G1800 wheels are spot on for a bike at $3,000. The alloy rim is only 25mm deep, it's tubeless ready, and the 24mm internal dimension is a perfect pairing for tires between 30 to 50 millimeters. We haven't had them long enough to say for sure, but these seem like they will go the distance and would only need to be upgraded if you wanted to go carbon or maybe needed more hub engagement. Overall, while the stock component fit seems a bit off for riders of our size, the ride was natural. The bike responds well with room for massive 50mm tires. No matter your style of riding, the Grizl is well equipped. The racer types were impressed with the stiffness and handling, while the adventure types, we're pleased with the seemingly endless amount of mounts. We love that 45mm tires fit with plenty of room to shed mud and debris. The larger rubber also offers more traction when things get rowdy. We have really been loving all of the bikes with 2x drivetrains, and the Grizl is no different. It allowed for a more versatile bike when on the paved roads, but offers more than enough range on the dirt. We wish we had 172.5 cranks and a longer stem stock, but the stem was the only real change we ended up needing to make room. Mounts for 3 bottles and regular bars had the whole team picking the Grizl over the Grail hands down. Did we mention that it's almost an unbeatable deal at $3,000? Thanks for watching, and for more info on the Grizl, head to roadbikeaction.com. Make sure you subscribe to see more videos and comment which bike you'd like to see us review next.